In this video, we're going to learn about how to graph trigonometric function. We'll try to teach and learn how to graph the two functions, which is the sine and cosine functions. So what are the properties of sine and cosine functions? So it says that the domain is all set of real numbers. The range is the set of y values such that it is from -1. Okay, so y is greater than or equal to -1, or y is less than or equal to +1. The maximum value is 1, the minimum value is -1. The graph is a smooth curve. Its functions, okay, cycles through the values of the range over an x interval of 2 pi, and then the cycle will just repeat itself. So what will be the sine, or what will be the function, or what will be the graph of sine? So going back to this quadrant. Okay, so we have quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, quadrant number 3, and quadrant number 4. We have the points here, which is 1 and 0, 0 and 1. We have -1 and 0. And we have 0 and -1, which is, we have the value of 0 and 2 pi. We have pi over 2, which is 90 degrees. We have here pi, and then in this side we will have 3 pi over 2, or equal to 270 degrees. And then this one is 0 and 360 degrees. Where you can see sine 0 is equals to 0. Sine pi over 2 is equals to 1. Sine, we have pi is equal to 0, sine 3 pi over 2 is equals to -1, and sine 2 pi, okay, over 0, or 2 pi is equal to 0. So basically we have a single, which one is this one? Here. From here going to this point is one single period. So from 0 going to pi over 2, going to 1, going to 0, -1, and then 0. So this one is one period, or one cycle of sine function. What about in cosine function? So we have the values are 0 and 1. So cosine 0 is 1, cosine 90 is 0, cosine 180 is -1, cosine 3 pi over 2 is equal to 0, and cosine 2 pi is 1. So therefore, the graph now will shows, okay, this way. So for sine, so going back to sine, we have diagram. Just draw this one for sine. The sine is starting here, right? Going to 1, 0, we have going to -1, and then as go to 2 pi. But for we have, so therefore this is the graph now for sine. Okay, that is one cycle. And then we have for cosine, for cosine now, it starts from this point 1, because 0 and 1, cosine 0 is equals to 1, and then it will end up to the point where straight to 2 pi, which is 360 degrees, right? So therefore it goes this way, and then going to, we have 2 pi. So that is one, we have single or one cycle, or it's called, we have one period, okay, one period of cosine function. So we all know already about the properties of sine and cosine functions. Now we will have to introduce about the amplitude, period, horizontal and vertical shift. Okay, so therefore we have the equation y is equals to a sine times bx plus c, and then plus v. So here we have the amplitude. Okay, amplitude. This one we have the, okay, so we'll go here, we have the period. And then c is the horizontal shift. And then d is the vertical, we have shift. Okay, vertical shift. And then this one is horizontal shifting. Okay. So from the sine graph, we have this graph, right? From sine, so it says that the range of a sine is equal to -1 going to +1, and then the domain of the trigonometric we have function is from -infinity going to +infinity. So therefore it is the range from -1 going to +1, and then the period is equals to 2 pi. So the graph is y is equal to sine x 2 pi over b. Okay, sine x, so therefore the b is the coefficient of x here. So therefore we will have now as 2 pi for our period. So therefore from 0 going to 2 pi, right? So therefore we will have now divided by 2. So therefore pi divided by 2, this one, find the midpoint, we have 3 pi over 2, and then find the midpoint is pi over 2. So this is the graph of sine. Okay. So let's go with this smooth curve, and then it will go this one. What about if we will have y is equals to 4 sine x? 4 sine x. So therefore from 1, we are going to go up now. The height will go up by 4. The height here will go up as well, or go down by 4. So instead of -1, so you will have now -4. So approximately we will have that one here. Okay. So just go for, let's say we have the 4 is already here. So therefore the graph of y is equals to 4 sine x will go up by 4. So therefore it will go here, will go down and still is 0. It will go down to 4 until it will go back to 2 pi. So therefore that is, we have it called the amplitude, or the height of, we have the wave of the sine function. Okay, let's say we have y. Okay, so another one, let's say we have y is equals to 4. Okay, let's say 2. Okay, 2 sine, we have 1/2 x. So we have the amplitude is 2, we have the period is 1/2, so therefore you will get now p is equal to 2 pi divided by, we have 1 over 2, which is now, it will give you 4 pi, right? So from this one, you can get now the period is equal to 4 pi. So therefore from here, it will double to, it will just continue here up to, let's say we have 4 pi. So this one is the period. The height is 2, so therefore let's say we have the 2 is here. The 2 is this one, therefore -2, and we have +2. And then we divide this one by 4 parts, so therefore the graph will go here 3 pi, and then will go pi as well, and then 2 pi, right? So therefore the graph will go to this, okay, wait, first. The graph is going to 2, okay, here the pi, and then going down to 2 pi, okay, and then going up, okay, to, we have, we have this one, right? We have the points are here, this one, and 3 pi, okay, and then going back here, right, 4 pi. So therefore your graph now is going this way, going down to 2 pi, going to 3 pi, and then going to this one. Okay, so that is the graph of, we have y is equal to 2 sine, we have 1/2 x. Okay, let's try more example. What about if our function, okay, the function given is equals to y equals to 2 sine, we have x minus pi over 2 plus 3, okay, pi over 2, let's go this way, pi over 2 plus, we have 3. First thing you're gonna do is find the shifting, okay, vertical shift and horizontal shift. So the shifting now of the sine here is going up by 3, so therefore you have 1, 2, and 3. So instead of starting here in the origin, you will have this one as your starting point. and then the height is, we have 2, so therefore you will again add 2. We have 5 now, and then this one is -1. So therefore the range is from -1, okay, and then we have going to +5. The same, the domain is from negative, right? We have from the domain is from negative infinity going to, we have positive infinity. Now, we will have to solve the horizontal shift. So therefore, the shifting now is x minus pi over 2 equal to 0. So therefore, x is equals to, we have pi over 2. So instead of starting 0, it will start now into pi over 2. And then the period is equals to 2 pi divided by b, which is equals to 1. So therefore, we will have 2 pi. But here we will start the shifting. It shifted from 0 to pi over 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to add the pi over 2 into, we have 2 pi. Therefore, we will get now 5 pi over 2. So instead of ending up with 2 pi, it will goes up now here with, we have 5 pi over, we have 2. And then you have to divide this one into 4. So therefore, you will get what are the points of that one. So how to get that point? So therefore, you have pi over 2 plus 5 pi over 2. Okay, 5 pi over 2, so therefore you will get 3 pi, and then divide by 2, so you will get 3 pi over 2. So this one is 3 pi over 2. And then this one is same. How to get that one? We just add these two. Okay, so we will add 8 pi, so that is 4 pi, so therefore this one is 2 pi. And then here we will get, this one is pi, right? And then so the graph now will goes, okay, the graph now will goes from here, going to 5, going this way, okay, going to this one, going to -1, and then going back to 5. So therefore, you will have this graph. Okay, so that is the graph for, we have the sine graph. So again, you will have the range is from -1 to 5. The domain is from negative infinity going to positive infinity. Okay, so from that one, and then this one is the computation of one period or one single cycle. But still, if you're going to continue that one, continue the cycle, it will just go continually here. Okay, so it will go there and then going up again and then going down, right? The cycle will just go this way. So from this we have problem. Okay, from this problem you can solve, what you're going to solve first is we have the vertical, we have shifting, and then horizontal, and then after that period, and then check the amplitude. Okay, so if you have questions and clarifications, don't forget to send a message. Thank you so much, and God bless.